Some cultural clichés are there for a reason.
Leave this to me. I'm British. I know how to kill.
Welcome to Watch Mojo UK, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 5 British stereotypes that are probably true, maybe. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're assessing popular and possibly overused British stereotypes that, nevertheless, are usually completely true, as much as we try to deny it. So, let's get started and see if you're guilty of any of these. Number 5. Foreign languages.
Mongelese tous fan.
What does that mean?
It means why put bay windows on a shithouse?
English is one of the most commonly spoken languages in the world, and that makes it pretty easy for us to use it in all sorts of situations without really appreciating how awkward it is to learn for anyone else.
Leicester Square? What do you mean Leicester Square?
Yet, lots of other countries do strive to speak at least a little English, but we Brits aren't always as enthused about learning new languages. So whenever we head to foreign shores, we're often outrageously unprepared for even the most basic of conversations.
Apparently, in their country, this means something quite rude. So we had to get out of the restaurant pretty sharpish.
The Brits abroad stereotype isn't always fair, but there can be a tendency to slowly shout disjointed but otherwise unchanged English at any non-English speaker. FYI, it's not helping anyone. Number 4. Rampant sarcasm.
I see the past, the present and the future.
Tough gig.
Stop being sarcastic.
The Brits are known for their quick wit, wisecracks and just generally being a bloody funny bunch. And if there's one thing we're especially associated with, it is sarcasm. Glorious, relentless sarcasm.
A little more. Would you prefer to drink it straight from the bottle?
It's arguably not only a trait of British people, but you'll definitely hear it coming from us more than most. In fact, visitors to the UK often seem to suspect it in every other sentence we say. It's probably closely linked to the stiff upper lip stereotype, with sarcasm enabling us to make light of a bad situation, turning trying times into something to smile about. That doesn't make it any easier to detect though.
Maybe if everyone who'd ever been close to you had died, you'd be sarcastic too.
Yes, that makes sense.
Number 3. Pub pride.
Go to the Winchester, have a nice cold pint, and wait for all this to blow over.
You might think that British people drink a lot, though that's not necessarily true. But what probably is true is that we really like hanging out in pubs. And who can blame us? Because you'll never truly understand the ups, downs and day-to-day delights of community spirit until you've stopped in at a proper local public house. One where you know the landlord, you've got your own favourite table, you can watch a game, meet your friends and generally chew the fat with other regulars. These places become a home from home, and everyone has their favourite, from the dog and duck to the ever-reliable red lion.
Pint of lager, please, Mary.
Right you are, my love.
Number 2. Polite conversation.
I do enjoy these chats in the morning.
Not only do we Brits seem to value politeness and manners above most things, and sorry, but we do have a habit of apologising for everything, but we're also all-out pros at polite conversation. We don't always want to make small talk with strangers at the bus stop, but sometimes it's inevitable, and eventually it gets awkward.
I'm British and charming, and she's got certain angles that work for her.
Really?
But once tried and tested topics like the weather and the various pitfalls of our public transport services run dry, we're often too concerned about coming across as rude to end it there and walk away. So we wind up talking and talking and talking.
I'm fine. How are you?
Fine.
Number 1. Class obsession.
I am a highly desirable private residence in an area of outstanding natural property values.
From rags to riches to the manor born, Britain is tightly bound together by at least one thing. It's obsessed with its class system. So much so that there are reportedly 7 separate so-called classes across the UK now. Who knew? Well, we did, obviously.
Your accent just came out! His accent just came out, you all heard it!
It's said that your cultural interests can affect which class you're in, including your weekly shopping habits, favourite supermarkets, and leisure choices. Class seems an everyday and unavoidable aspect of British society, which isn't always the best thing for us. But it does make for great comedy routines, diverse music, and creative, unpredictable film and TV. So, there is something for everyone.
Oh, I haven't got time to sit here talking nonsense with you in this bugger house. I'm off. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from Watch Mojo UK and subscribe for more great content.